This is not another review video for the Fiio M11S digital audio player. In my video, I wanted to talk about using the M11S for music streaming services, since that is what I use it for half the time. In doing research, I found that this is one of the best mid-price DAPs at $500 that does a good job with streaming. For a great, thorough review video, I recommend watching Mark Ryan from Super Review's M11S video for an in-depth look. He goes over build quality, user interface, sound, performance, and comparisons. The first thing I want to talk about is the performance of the Snapdragon 660 chip. This is an older chip, but it's more than capable for streaming services. On the left is the 660 chip, and the right is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. The 660 was first used in mid-range Android smartphones from 2018, such as the Galaxy A9. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip is currently used in the Samsung S22 flagship smartphones. The benchmark numbers reflect that the Snapdragon 8 dominates the 660 in performance. But keep in mind that smartphones do much more than just run music streaming apps. For a DAP engineered for the best possible music playback, the 660 gets the job done. I primarily use my M11S for playing local files, such as FLAC, but I do a lot of streaming with Spotify and Tidal. I use these services for a lot of music discovery based on related artists or generated playlists and radio stations. I treat streaming as a music rental service until I purchase it. I believe in always owning music versus always streaming because you're at the mercy of the streaming service. In my past experience, some streaming services have removed albums I was listening to, and it's very frustrating. Plus, your favorite artists get a bigger cut from music sales compared to streams, especially if you use a service like Bandcamp. To use a streaming service, you'll have to put the M11S in Android mode. This lets you run streaming apps you've downloaded and installed from the Play Store. When you're in pure music mode, this runs the Fiio music player for playing local files. I'm not going to demonstrate that today. I'm already connected to Wi-Fi and I have Spotify installed, so I'll open that up. I'll show you how responsive the search function is. I've been listening to a lot of Currency lately since he dropped Drop in Theater 2. He's easily one of my favorite MCs from New Orleans. I'll pull up Spitta's catalog because it's massive, and I'll scroll up and down to show you the responsiveness of the app. I'll pull up Covert Coup, which is still my favorite album from Spitta. I'm strictly streaming through Wi-Fi, and you can see there's no lag issues. I can't see a difference between streaming on this versus my iPhone. Let me show you downloading music. I always download or offline music because I often bring my DAP to places without internet, so it's always nice to have my music available all the time without a network. Let's download the Fetty album to show you how it works without issues. Also, I haven't owned an Android device in a while, so I was stoked to have external SD cards again for additional storage. I installed a 256 gig card since there's only 32 gigs of internal memory, which is not a lot. I'll demonstrate how to configure to save all offline music to the external SD card. Let me demonstrate downloading and installing a different app from the Play Store. I'll do Tidal. So to download from the Play Store, you have to sign in with a Google account. I'm going to use one of my burner accounts since I see no benefit of signing in with my most used Google account. This is also a privacy thing with me in case someone ever steals my M11S. They'll only get access to my rarely used Gmail account. I personally sign out of Google when I'm done downloading. I even turn off Wi-Fi when I'm not streaming and just want to listen to offline music. But that's just me being paranoid. Let's search for Tidal and install. I'll accept these evil tracking cookies so Tidal can spy on me, and then I'll sign in Tidal. I'll scroll up and down to show you the responsiveness. We'll do a search for Billy Woods and stream music. Billy Woods has been one of my favorite New York MCs from the last few years. Church is Billy's latest album, so let's stream that. As you can see, no latency issues. Let me show you how to select the external SD card for offline content. Now I'll download Church for later listening. You can see the downloading status and the notifications. And I'll play the offline music with no issues. So for those who are looking for a DAP that supports streaming, I can recommend that the M11S can do it well. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I hope you got something useful out of this video. Thanks for watching.